everybody, it's the Food Enthusiast here. So today we're going to try an easy pizza recipe. We're going to start with the ingredients for the dough. You're going to need about half a cup of warm water, and then of course some all-purpose flour. We're going to use 1 cup today. I'm just going to make one pizza, so I'm just going to use 1 cup of flour. And then you're going to need some sugar, about 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then a pinch of salt, and also have some olive oil or any kind of oil handy for in between the making of the pizza. And you're going to need some yeast. They sell some instant yeast at Walmart that you can get. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to start first by putting the instant yeast in the warm water. Just put 1 pack of instant yeast in the warm water. Alright, so I've added 1 packet of yeast into the warm water and I'm just mixing it. And we're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes until it foams up. Now we're going to start with the dry mixture. We're going to add the 1 cup of flour in here. And about a teaspoon of sugar. And then your pinch of salt. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil in here because I want to get mine crispy. Just mix your dry ingredients together and then wait for the 5 minutes to be up for the yeast to be ready to add in here. Okay, the yeast was ready, so we're gonna start putting it in here in the flour and just mix until it forms into a dough. Okay, so after you've created dough, I'm just gonna form this into a ball. I didn't use all of the water mixture because I didn't want it to be too sticky. If it ends up a little too sticky or watery, just add more flour into it. But you're just gonna form this into a dough by putting everything into the center and just forming it like that. And you're gonna put it in the bowl. And okay, after forming the dough into a ball, we're just gonna add some olive oil in here just so it doesn't get dried out. And you're just gonna place it back into the bowl so it can rise. You're gonna want to put it in a warm area for about 30 minutes covered, either with like a towel or you can use a plastic wrap. But just make sure you have some olive oil in here to keep it hydrated. Alright guys, so while we're waiting for the crust to rise, I'm going to start on my homemade tomato sauce. Again, this is just going to be enough for one pizza. I've already put in the pot some oil and about 2 spoons of tomato paste and then some freshly sliced tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So just go ahead and let it saute in here. Let it do its magic for about 5 minutes or so. Keep stirring it and watching it. Alright, it's starting to sizzle in here, so I'm going to add some of my seasoning. I'm going to add some salt. Just a pinch of salt, and then some black pepper. And then some basil leaves. And I like my sauce sweet, so I'm going to add some sugar in here. So if you don't like it sweet, you can leave this out, but I like it sweet and it adds a little more depth and flavor in there. And just mix it together and let it keep sizzling until the cherry tomatoes start bursting. Okay, so we're done with the homemade tomato sauce. It took about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to go back and knead the dough for the crust. Alright guys, so the dough has risen, so we're going to start just kneading it and forming it into the crust we want. I put some flour on the surface. You can use any surface you want, and so it won't stick to that. And you're basically just going to fold it and knead it and get it to the size you want. Again, we're just making one pizza here today, so I'm just going to be stretching it until it gets thin enough for me. I like my crust really thin and crispy, so it's gonna be really thin today. And I'm just drawing the sides of this to make it stretch. You know, to put it down on the surface and just... Okay, so I finished stretching my dough to the size and thinness I want it to be in. Okay, so I don't have a pizza pan, so I'm going to use a foil today. And I am adding some oil on the foil so the pizza crust can be crispy and of course not stick to the foil. So just spread the oil all over the foil and then transfer your pizza crust to where you're going to be baking it in. Now I'm just going to add some more oil on top of the pizza crust. Again, I want mine crispy, and it'll add some flavor in here and moist. Then you take your homemade tomato sauce and put it on top here and spread it. And just spread it evenly. If you like a lot of sauce, you can make a thick layer. If you don't, make a thin layer, whatever you prefer. Okay, now we're gonna add our toppings. Of course, use whatever toppings you like. We love cheese and we love mozzarella cheese, so we're gonna use a lot of mozzarella cheese today. And just spread it evenly all over the pizza, as much or as little as you want. I am so ready to eat this already. Like I said, I love cheese, so it's going to be a lot. Alright, and my little sister loves spinach, so we're going to add some spinach in here. Just some whole spinach leaves. Spread it out evenly. It looks so good already. Okay, we're going to just finish up with some more cheese on top of the spinach. Just spread a little more on there. Okay, now this is ready to go in the oven. I preheated my oven for about 450 degrees. It's been preheated for 30 minutes. You want it to be really hot so the piece can cook evenly and quickly. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. Again, I wanted mine really crispy, so I had it in here extra 5 minutes. So if you don't want it that crispy, like 15 minutes should be good enough, but just keep checking on it. So we're just going to go ahead and take this out the oven. Alright, our pizza is finished. I'm so excited. It looks delicious. It looks great. I can't wait to eat it. I have it in the oven for about 20 minutes because I wanted mine crispy. But if you don't want yours that crispy, you can do about 15 minutes should be good. Just keep checking on it. But it's ready to cut into and enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this easy pizza recipe.